Hello folks, Nick Duffer, Duffer Foundation Repair here. I just want to stop in a little bit today and talk a little bit about foundation repair maintenance, how important it is, and the two types of systems that are out there that can be used, that a lot of people know of, may already have, and some may just not be using it properly. So I just want to stop in and talk about that for a second. I guess the first two types of watering systems that are out there, pretty simple. You've got your sprinkler system that comes pretty much standard on all new homes that are being built. That's something that comes within the house. They water the yard, and also they keep the sprinkler heads and the water close enough to the house, or to the footer wall of the house, to where it also waters around the foundation. A couple of things with this type of system that I don't like. First of all, the cost of having this installed is pretty expensive. Two, if you're under water restrictions here in Texas, you're not going to be able to use your sprinkler systems, and we have a lot of different times of the year around the summer months to where we are under water restrictions, and at that point you're not able to water your foundation. Those 2 months, is that going to cause major problems next year? You're going to have foundation repairs put in then? No, probably not. But over the lifetime of your home, over 10 or 12 years, those 2 months every year where you're not able to water your foundation due to water restrictions, that's going to cause some problems. You know what I mean? So that's that one type of system. Also, with the sprinkler systems, there is a lot of runoff that comes with those. These homes are built, on a grade that slopes away from the house. So when you put your sprinklers up there, a lot of that water doesn't reach the bottom of the footer wall where it needs to be. It turns into runoff water. So that's another reason. That's one of the downfalls of using the sprinkler system. The other type of system that we use and that we install, the only type of system that we install, is the soaker hose system. It's a pretty simple system. Homeowners can do their own soaker hose easy. You can go to Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever, and buy a soaker hose pretty cheap. I think they come in 50, 75 foot spans, and you can just put that. And a lot of customers, what they'll do is they'll take the hose, just connect it to their hose bib, and then they'll just run it around the top of their foundation, and to keep it on the grade right there. Some customers won't do it around the whole house. They'll do sections of their house just because it's easier for them to keep that hose out of their way. So that's the soaker hose system, to a homeowner. Our system, what we install, same system, but what we do is we actually install the hose for you. We dig down 6 to 8 inches below the grade, and we install the soaker hose in the dirt. So what that does, for one, it keeps the soaker hose out of the sun, to where it's not getting eat up by sun and getting deteriorated that way, because the material isn't the regular water hose material. It's a soaker hose material, so it's a little bit more brittle. It cannot stand that much heat over time. So we bury the soaker hose in the ground. Another thing that we do that's different from some other people that do these type of soaker hose systems is we actually bury the soaker hose closer to the footer wall. A lot of contractors, or what you've read online, is you're going to do it, I think, 12 to 24 inches away from your footer wall. I just don't believe in that. I think that at the end of the day, we're trying to get the hose closer to the bottom of the footer wall, because that's where it's moving. It's not moving above that. It's moving below the footer wall. That's the last go for the foundation, is at the bottom of that. So we bury it to get it closer a little bit to the footer wall. I mean, 6 to 8 inches isn't a lot. I understand that, but it's better than having it on top of the ground. In that way, it does two things: it keeps it closer and then keeps it out of the sun. So that's what we do there. And the next thing that we do, and I think it's the biggest thing, and it's something that you can do also, is that we install timers, on our soaker hose systems. So it's something that you don't have to worry about. Out of sight, out of mind. We all know it. We all want to maintain our foundations. We all don't want to have to spend tons of money on foundation repair. That's just how it is. But we forget. We run busy lives, and we tend to. That's the last thing we think about when we get home. you know, or on the weekend, you know what I mean, whenever, we just forget about it. So we install a timer. We put a timer on the soaker hose, separate from the hose bib there, to where at that point, all you have to do is walk by and check your timer. If the timer's working, the water's coming on. You don't have to worry about anything. It's a pretty much a no maintenance deal. And something else that we do offer is we do offer a maintenance program. On top of the soaker hose installation, we can maintain the foundation for you. We can come over every quarter. We'll check the elevation. We'll come over every month. We'll check the hose, make sure it's running properly, make sure the ground looks good. We'll do some soil samples. You know, we'll really take our time with it on this. So the cost of us installing the soaker hose system, initial cost is $750. That includes a timer, that includes the soaker hose, the digging, that includes the whole shoot and match. On top of that, if you decided you wanted to sign up for the maintenance program, it's $35 a month. It's a no contract deal. I mean, if you wanted to cancel it the next month, if you feel you weren't getting your money's worth out of it, that's fine. You know, you can just cancel that, and there's no contract on that. So that's the two types of foundation watering systems that are out there. I recommend the soaker hose, like I said, because it keeps the runoff away from it. That's the only type of systems that we install here at Duffer Foundation Repair. Another thing that doesn't have to do with watering the foundation so much but just, you know, maintenance wise, is just making sure the water runoff is away from the house. You know, check your gutter downspouts, make sure that they're going away from the house well enough, make sure that there's no standing water around the house. There's no need for a French drain nowhere, nothing like that. And you know, that's something that, you know, within the maintenance program that we look at when we come out to do the inspection every month. We're going to look at your downspouts, make sure the wind hasn't knocked them off kilter to where the water is now running where it shouldn't be. We're going to look at that. We're going to, you know, really take our time on this deal for the foundation maintenance program. And I guess, how important is it to maintain your foundation? It's the most important thing you can do. For the simple fact, if your foundation goes bad, everything goes with it. You know what I mean? The roof rafter start to come apart, sheetrock, plumbing's breaking, sewage is breaking, everything comes from your foundation in life and on your house. So, you know, we have to protect our foundations. It's very important. The houses that we're doing, a lot of them are, you know, were built 10 years ago, and some of them were built, you know, back in the 50s, 60s, or even later. You know, back then, if there was some sort of program for foundation repair, you know, I probably wouldn't be as successful as I am in this business. But luckily for my family, we're just now coming up with this. So in the future, my son's gonna have to find a job, but for now, we're gonna be able to help you with your foundation. Feel free to reach out to me here on Facebook, send me a message. You can shoot us an email at dufferfoundationrepair@gmail.com. Check us out online, dufferfoundationrepair.com. I think we have a Twitter, an Instagram. Yeah, check us out. Give me a call personally on my cell phone. I'm the owner, Nicholas Duffer. My number's 214-405-8932. Any questions, any concerns, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you and have a good day. God bless.